Hi, I'm Owen Fitzpatrick, author of the book, The Charismatic Edge, and creator of the online Charisma Training Academy. And I'm delighted to welcome you back to this episode of the Dublin Interview Series with the wonderful Mr. Owen Fitzpatrick. This week, we're going to be talking about motivation. I want to talk to you about motivation, but first of all, I believe that last week you walked into a Starbucks and a number of girls swooned and almost fainted. Do you ever feel a sort of sense of responsibility or even guilt that you have that impact or effect on women? Yeah, I mean, I'd be lying if I said that I didn't mind or I didn't care, and I don't feel kind of guilty or a little bit too much responsibility sometimes. But lucky enough, you know, when, for example, in that case in Starbucks, they're drinking coffee, which means that they probably have enough energy that they're less likely to faint. But yeah, I mean, being really attractive is quite difficult. I find that quite hard to deal with, for sure. But you know, you just got to keep moving on, do the best that you can do. What do you think you would say are the most important things people need to know about becoming a more motivated person? Well, I think the keys to becoming a more motivated person is about understanding, first of all, what is it that you truly want to achieve? What is it that's most important for you? Also, what you don't want. So being clear over what you have to move towards, what you want to achieve and what you don't want. What are your fears? What do you not want in your life? The more you paint a vision of what you really do want and you move away from what you don't want, the more easy it will be for you to be able to achieve the goals. It's also important to make sure that you're clear of your values. What's important to you? What are the things that are most important to you in your life? Because the more you connect whatever you do in the world or whatever you want motivation for to your values and to what's most important to you, the more you do that, the more you make that connection, the more likely you are to feel motivated when you're doing what you need to be doing. And the more you feel motivated to do those actual tasks or those specific things. So I think understanding your values, being able to paint a picture for yourself in your own mind of the best case scenario if you do what you're supposed to do, and also being aware of what will happen if you don't do it and painting a horrible worst case scenario, the more likely you are to feel fully motivated and to be as motivated as you can be. But what are the keys to motivating others effectively? Well, in some ways, motivating yourself and motivating other people aren't that different. I mean, you still got to look at the same kind of things. So when it comes to motivating other people, you need to understand what drives them, understanding what we call their drivers. Are they motivated by, you know, their status? Are they motivated by success? Are they motivated by money? Are they motivated, for example, by fun? Are they motivated by praise? What are the drivers, the things that drive them intrinsically in order for them to be able to achieve the results that they want? What is it that motivates them to do the things that they actually do and the things that they are motivated to do? The more you understand what drives a person, the easier it is for you to be able to then motivate them. It's also imperative to understand the values a person has. So what are not only the drivers, but what's most important for the person in their life. The more you understand what's most important, the more easy it will be for you to use that as leverage to help drive them in the direction that you want them to go in. And then also you need to make sure that you're able to communicate exactly what the benefits are and the consequences. So you need to paint the benefits of what will happen to them if they do what you're asking them to do, and also the consequences if they don't. And the more clear you are about that, the more likely you are to successfully motivate them. Is there something that motivational speakers do that's different? What is it that they actually do to be so motivational? Well, I think when motivational speakers, one of the things that they tend to do is they tend to use a lot of rhetoric. They tend to use rhythm and emotion in terms of their own energy. So the more motivated you are, the easier it is for you to motivate other people. So when they're communicating, they speak in a certain rhythm and they intensify the rhythm and they get faster and more excited. And as they do, they know how to move an audience and they know how to create more and more and more energy, which then impacts the audience as well. So motivational speakers are great at motivating because of the energy that they have, because of the rhythm with which they speak, and also because they know how to intensify that rhythm. They know how to intensify that energy by creating even more passion in terms of whatever they speak about. So again, the motivational speakers, rhythm, passion, and energy are the three keys to being an effective motivational speaker. And who would you regard as the two best motivational speakers in your opinion? Well, without a doubt, I think Jim Rohn and Zig Ziglar are the two best motivational speakers I've ever seen. Very different styles, but both of them fantastic. Sadly passed from this world, but the two of them incredible motivational speakers. Any good books that you would suggest on motivation? Well, I would recommend Drive by Daniel Pink, which is a great book all about motivation and the intrinsic nature of motivation. And also Brian Colbert, my colleague and very dear friend that I work with in the Irish Institute of NLP. Brian's written the book The Happiness Habit and also From Ordinary to Extraordinary. And From Ordinary to Extraordinary and The Happiness Habit are great books in understanding yourself, understanding what's most important to you. What Brian calls the human fulfillment drives will really give you a great edge, a great understanding of what's important, of values, which will in turn help you to motivate yourself and other people. So I highly recommend Brian's books and also Daniel Pink's book, Drive. Fantastic. That's great. Well, thank you very much, Owen, for some great advice on motivation. It's absolutely terrific. And again, like every single time I talk to you, I learn a lot. Thank you. For now, I'm also Owen Fitzpatrick, and I'm very thankful for you watching, and I will see you again.